I recently came across this global poll which said that 85% of the people are unhappy at their jobs and only 15% are really passionate about their work. But most of us belong to this category where we are just doing okay. There'll be some good days, there'll be some bad days, but I always felt that something is missing. I didn't know what exactly it is, but I always had this feeling. And haven't you all thought about it at least once in your lifetime? Is this the way the things are supposed to go? I did give it a thought, and in this video I want to share with you why I wanted to change things and why I wanted to do something different. I wanted to work on something which I have a deep passion for and still not end up being hungry or dead. It could well be that you are someone who is totally happy at the way things are in your life and have never thought about a change. But if you are someone who is having similar thoughts or probably in the same place as me, then you should watch this video. I'm going to tell you what's my plan and what I'm going to do about it, and maybe that will inspire you to think differently. Hey friends, my name is Srijit and welcome to the journey. In this channel, we talk about tips and strategies to become financially independent and live the life the way we want. I had a pretty normal childhood. I was good at studies, and after my schooling days, when it came to making a career choice, in India you are probably given two cards to pick from. So one is engineering and one other being a doctor. And it takes a lot of courage to choose anything other than these two. Since I didn't have that much courage, I chose engineering. There were some reasons for this. I was good at mathematics. Second, I used to repair VCR. For those who doesn't know what a VCR is, it's a video cassette recorder. In the early days, we used to watch movies with a video cassette, and the video cassette goes into this device. So I used to clean that sometimes. And third reason, I used to disassemble things in the name of repairing them. And fourth, I hated biology. Long story short, I completed engineering. I got a good job, good salary. There were days where I felt excited to go to work. There were days where I didn't want to get out of the bed. I made a lot of friends at work. I traveled a lot. All good, nothing to complain about. But then this thought came to me that if everything is so good and perfect, why is that I hate Monday mornings? Why is that on some days I hate getting up from my bed and going to office? Why do I feel that I'm rushing through the week just to get to the weekend? I had this thought sometimes, but I never went deep into it because everyone is busy. You have to get up early, rush to office, do your work, come back home tired, have your dinner, sleep, and repeat everything the next day. Where do you have time to think about all these things? And then something happened. The pandemic came and I started spending a lot of time indoors. And what do you do when you don't have anything to do and you are restricted within four walls? You start to think, and you start to think more. And that's exactly what I did. Am I at a place in my life where I want to be? Do I want to be in this place for another 30 to 35 years? And another important aspect that the pandemic brought to me was that no jobs are safe. You could easily lose your job within the next few months if something bad happens. And then I decided it's time to build some passive income. You cannot just rely on the income from one job. You have to have multiple sources of revenue. I started to do some investing. But the thing with investing is that it's a long-term strategy unless you are day trading. It takes time to build wealth. And the point was not just making more money. It was to do something which I feel passionate about. And then there was the uncertainty factor. I didn't know what I was really passionate about. So back in the university days, I remember having many sleepless nights where I just went on editing some videos and I didn't know the time has gone so fast. Then I came to know that there are many people who make full-time income from YouTube. And after boiling this idea in my head for a long time, I thought, why can't I make videos about my journey to become financially independent, so that I can share the tips and the things which I learned in the journey with you all. So now I have a plan. I just have to execute it. So for that, I started reading more books on financial freedom, financial independence. I started watching a lot of YouTube videos related to the subject. I started following people like Tim Ferriss, who has written a wonderful book called 4-Hour Workweek, which explains how we can escape the 9 to 5 and live anywhere we want. And I started watching more content from people like Ali Abdaal, Matt Devella, who are all doing things they love and still make money out of it. I started to take this thing more seriously and decided to invest some money and time on this. And for a brief moment, I thought whether I should leave my job and put all my time on this. But then I decided against it because I like my job. It's just that I want to have more free time to do things which I love and also build some passive income. And I don't think most people are in a situation where they can just leave the job and start working on things they are really passionate about. Also, I wanted to show that it's possible to keep your main job and earn a passive income. I'll be truthful to you, it's totally difficult to have a full-time job and do these things in parallel. The idea is not to have more sleepless nights or to do more work. It's totally possible to do this if we manage our time efficiently and build productive systems. Systems do work, and the faster you create them, the easier it gets. But the biggest fear I had was the fear of showing myself out there. I'm not a social media person. I don't post much on Facebook or Instagram. So I had to find a balance between being invisible and showing myself too much out there on social media. So I thought I'll just show my work out there and keep my personal life separate. Also, I think being creative helps. So I recently read this article in Huffington Post which says that engaging in creative activities contributes to an upward spiral of positive emotions, psychological well-being, and feelings of flourishing in life. Forget the studies, but there is something about being creative. I feel more alive and I feel more excited waking up each day thinking, how can I improve my videos? How can I tell better stories? How can I explain things more easily so that everyone can understand? The only thing I'm scared about is this being totally overwhelming and then I decide to stop doing it. But then what's the other option? Just keep living like this, feeling that there is something wrong, but not realizing what exactly it is, and then get old and then die. And that's still okay. The worst part is realizing this at a later stages in life and regretting not doing anything when you still had the chance to do it. I'm not saying everyone should leave everything and go after their passion and then start a YouTube channel. That's not my point. I'm privileged to be in a situation where I can think about this and try to do something about this. The only price I have to pay is maybe watch fewer Netflix series, although I'll miss watching Friends for the 10th time. I'll be trying different ways to build passive income. YouTube is just one part of it. I know I'm not an expert on the subject, but I don't want to wait until I become an expert to start talking on this. And I feel I'm already late doing this. And I don't want to wait anymore to share this information which could be useful to some of you. And I know by doing this, my life is not going to get any easier. To solve 10 problems, I might have probably created another 100 problems. But then life is all about solving problems one after the other. It's just that the problems we solve should be worth solving. So if you are someone who have similar problems and want to solve them together, then feel free to join the journey. Until I see you in another video, stay safe, stay happy. Bye.